I talk, you listen. Welcome to my one-man panel of madness. Hey everyone, it is Dr. Geo and the world is going crazy. There's a lot of crazy crap happening out there, but one of the good things is we can always turn to the things that we enjoy and love to give us some comfort. Now, there is, even in the things that bring us comfort, there's still a lot of new things going on. I mean, after the end of the New Year's Day special, we learned that John Bishop has joined the TARDIS team for Series 13. And that's something I forgot to mention, by the way. But, and I'll be honest, I don't know that much about him. I know he is a comedian. Other than that, I saw just a few clips and videos of him during some various interviews in the UK. So I don't know a whole lot about him. He has a very interesting look. I'll be honest, just from first go, his look seems a bit villainous to me, but I can't pass judgment. I like the fact that they did put a little teaser trailer with a new companion, and I'm also glad that it's not just the Doctor and Yaz. I was worried that might lead to perhaps some kind of romantic entanglement. I don't know. I'm not against it, but I wanted to see more of what's going on with the Doctor, and after her sort of speech to Ryan about not knowing who she really is. She's not really a Time Lord, I guess. I don't know what she thinks she is anymore. And, her whole self-identity issue. So it'll be interesting to see what this John Bishop is going to bring to the team. Who is he? What's he doing? And so forth. Now, the biggest news, however, was that, of course, there was an article in the Mirror and in the Sun claiming that sources within the Doctor Who team have stated that Jodie Whittaker has walked off the show, that she was fired, that she quit. All this stemming back also to ideas that her agent, her manager, whatever, said that she should leave the show and that she will be doing it after Series 13, that it's all hush-hush, according to the informant, whoever it is, and that they are already working on her regeneration scene. Now, there has been a lot of people jumping the gun and being very celebratory about the whole thing. Oh, yay, I'm glad she's leaving. And, but, these are just rumors, and I wait for something official. However, here's my thing, and this is what really kind of bugs me, is that when the BBC is approached to give some kind of clarification, they just give a no comment statement. We will not comment about the show or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, you just want to add more drama, don't you? You don't want to just say yes or no, or we will be discussing this at something a little bit more in the positive. And look, as someone who's worked in Hollywood for various years, there's always a way to spin it to where you don't have to give too much information, but you don't leave people in the dark to make up their own interpretation as to what is going on. So that is just my own pet peeve about the BBC, is that they have this secrecy thing going on. And to me, if you're not denying it, because this happened not too long ago, and I believe Chris Chibnall came out and said it was total BS. At least he came out and said something. Somebody said something with regards to what's happening. Not just like, no comment. I plead the fifth. I have nothing, That just creates more rumors, and it creates more division between the fans, because it's a constant, oh, see, I told you she was leaving, or, it doesn't make it any better for us, the fans, to know. Either way, I'm always excited with new Doctors, unless it was one of the Doctors that I really fell for, which was the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi. I really enjoyed his time. I guess it was just more my vibe, the kind of vibe I have. And we all have different vibes. Some people love Jodie, and I like Jodie. I have nothing against her. I've liked a few of her episodes were pretty good. But if there's a new Doctor, it's always exciting. We know that regeneration year is always fun because we have a new doctor, and but the fact that they're already, again, starting to bet on who the new doctor is going to be. Of course, Chris Marshall pops up again as the bookie's top bet, but at this point, a lot of that could just be nothing but BS. It could just be people making up these stories and ideas, because honestly, we don't know if this is true. We don't know if it's just something somebody made up. Now, some people say just because it came out of the Mirror, it is complete nonsense. Now, the Mirror has hit a few rumors correctly, so we can't completely deny the fact that they're always wrong. Are they always right? No. So, again, this is a 50-50. We don't know. My thing is that I think and even as a producer myself, if I have something like this coming out, I want to stop the misinformation. I don't want information going out. Or, at least say at a later date where, but I guess if you do say something that's putting it off, people are still going to wonder, okay, well, they're going to say something, so something is going on. If it's completely false, then just say, it's false. But when you leave it like that, it opens to the idea that it's true. There are going to be more, that there is going to be a regeneration. There's going to be a new doctor. And, that's what we're going to be seeing in the future. So, we don't know. We're not 100% sure. There's a lot of stuff that's going on there. There's a lot of people doing podcasts and shows about this, making up all these horrendous ideas and their own assumptions that it has to do with the low ratings, that it has to do with this. And, I just got to say one thing. This is just my own friendly opinion, is that television has changed dramatically. The way that we look at ratings is no longer the same as how we saw it 10 years ago, actually 5 years ago. And again, I know this from my own experience, is that a lot of it has nothing to do with ratings because television shows now are done differently. As you can tell, a lot of shows just go straight into streaming and the whole series goes out. So there's a very different form of looking at the numbers. Now, of course, we always look at the overnight numbers, but overnight numbers for almost all television shows have dropped because people are now watching things when they want to and in whichever media form they want to, whether it's through their television, through their computers or phones. It's a very different world. So when I see people saying, oh, the ratings are low and they're not what they used to be, well, you cannot compare the Doctor Who series from 2005 to today. Why? Because it's changed. People had to watch it back then live, because if you missed it, you'd have to wait for a repeat or from whenever it went on Netflix or something. So nowadays, we have the good fortune of being able to watch it on replays, on iTV, iPlayer, whatever. I'm sorry, not iTV. Whoops. But you know what I mean. So it is very different to know the total amount of numbers. And most of the numbers that we see come to us with regards to Doctor Who are usually just numbers from the UK. A lot of people they only take the domestic numbers versus the international numbers and then worldwide numbers. So what you may not be seeing is that worldwide, Doctor Who is still doing amazing. And a lot of times people don't think that. A lot of the sort of the negative, angry fans will go straight with the numbers are always off. The numbers are down. The numbers are down. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, but do you actually know what you're talking about? Talk with someone who's actually worked in the industry, knows all these numbers and how they all work, and you'll see that they're, obviously the BBC is not going to keep doing something that is bringing them into the poorhouse, okay? So, and that's all I'm going to say. That was just kind of my rant and ramble for this because I just see it all too often, and I think people have a lot of misinformation about how television and programming works in this day and age. It's just not the same anymore. It's not the way it was when Doctor Who was brought back in 2005. It's definitely nowhere near the same as when David Tennant was also the Doctor. So things have changed. So what has changed? The overnight or live views of a specific show. And you can see, if you do your own research on the level of the numbers overall through various TV shows, both domestic and international, they have dropped. Why? Because many people are not watching live television anymore. And, okay, so Will we find out more about the Doctor? Will there be a new Doctor? Will, I hope, the Joe Martin Doctor come back? Will Captain Jack come back? I mean, there's so many things that we can think about, and unfortunately, we're just going to have to wait until either more information comes through. I mean, we already know there's Weeping Angels. We've got Centaurans coming soon. There's already been leaked footage of a scene where the Doctor and Yaz arrive, where it looks to be like London, and they leave the TARDIS. Other than that, we don't know that much. We do know that there is a new character. We don't know what character John Bishop is playing, but we do know. His name is Dan. Totally forgot that I knew that. But yeah, so stay positive. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world, and the best way to do anything is to just stay positive. Don't join in the craziness. Get into your own little world and be the peace you want to see in the world. All right. Until next time.